YouTube started as well. Okay. We're bright and early today. What is going on, everybody? Yo, holding on okay? Everyone doing all right? With Ingrid around the corner and surely a balance patch. Surely, of course, there must be a balance patch. Of course. Capcom saw what happened over the weekend with Combo Breaker and immediately put together an emergency nerfs into this patch. Absolutely. Absolutely. How's everyone doing? We chilling? How many of you were actually at Combo Breaker and you're back now? I'm kind of curious. Were any of you at the event itself? What's up, Rob Bass Jr.? Hello on YouTube. Not me. I figured some of you might be there. It was, after all, the largest Combo Breaker ever. No, I'm a bum. Same here. Same here. In this economy, Combo Breaker is supposed to be, or is one of the more affordable tournaments. And also, one of the best bang for your buck tournaments, period. I forgot how to leave my house. Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one. We got an hourage on when Ingrid comes out. Probably like 6 hours from now is I think the idea. I think it's 9 p.m. PSTs when the servers go down. Or maybe 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it's coming up soon. So I think she'll be out maybe before midnight for sure. Depending on your time zone. What up, nice one? What's good, man? Were you at Combo Breaker? 7 p.m. PST. That's when the servers go down, right? So it's usually within an hour, the character's out from when the servers go down. Ready to say goodbye to Alex? I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I'm going to try Ingrid. My main thing is trying out the new shit, but I do enjoy playing Alex. So we'll see what happens. But this will be the last session with Alex for a while, of course, while we're diving into Ingrid and figuring out what the character's about. Sup, brother? Wish you could have came out. Always good to see the homies at Combo Breaker. Yeah, I got a little bit of FOMO, but it'll always be next time. But it's been good to see everybody. I had just taken off some time for, you know, personal vacation and all that jazz, so it kind of felt like it might be for the better to skip this one just to make everything work out. I feel like my frame rate's a little choppy. We'll see. So anyways, guys, the plan, I do have an interesting content segment planned for today that I got to get out the door before it becomes crunch time with Ingrid contents. And other than that, might just play some Alex. Final session with Alex, see how that goes, see if I remember how to play the character, because it took a little bit of time off for restreaming Combo Breaker and then been busy. So I've not actually played myself in a while. So I do not think I will be streaming when Ingrid releases because I have to get up in the morning, as always. So I will be going to sleep probably while she's coming out, and then I'll have my first stream with her tomorrow. That will probably be the plan on my side of things. So just to fill you in on what's all going on. So fuck it, let's play a little bit of ranked, and then I got a fun content segment planned. 3 hours. Probably gonna be closer to 4. If she releases early enough, I can try getting her to master rank, but I can't be up super late. Problem is, it's gonna come out right at my bedtime. My ideal bedtime that I never actually pull off. Oh, sweet. My first warm-up match is a Dulcim. Just what I wanted. Can't wait for this. Okay, we're in. All right, I remember combos. Not too bad. Do I like any of the new costumes? The Drive Tech costumes that are just filler for censorship of tournaments that don't want to air the characters' actual costumes. They're not content for us. They're content for Esports World Cup to appease broadcast restrictions. So I don't really care. Or do you mean the other ones? Actually, I forgot. Yeah, they have a new set of costumes coming up, but they're all so mid that I forgot about it. I don't really care about them. I appreciate Suits to God, I suppose. This guy always is parry. The Viper dress is slick. It's okay. I mean, Viper looks good because Viper looks good. I think the costume's a little bare bones. I don't know. The Alex one goes hard. I don't know. I'll give it another look, but it looks kind of goofy to me. Like, if people like him, they like him. I'm indifferent about the new set, to be honest. I don't really have much thoughts on him. I don't know how to not get hit by that. I knew as I was going for the punish, I'm gonna get hit. But I was like, I have to touch the stove to see if it's hot, you know? I knew. I was like, I'm going to run into this. But what do I do there? This is fun. This is fun. Okay. Oh! Baited? Totally outplayed, man. You see the layers that I'm operating on right now? Y'all see the layers? God, my matchup knowledge, my Oki just runs too deep, man. It runs too deep. What up, Picklestein? Thanks for the big raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good time at Combo Breaker. I saw you were there. Where did the fireball go? He did like the heavy version and let it charge and it went off screen. I don't know what he was thinking. I totally knew what was going on there. Absolutely outplayed. How does a leg stretch hurt Sim? Kayfabe. My heart of hearts, I feel like I blocked it overhead. Jump? Word? I tried to do parry when I was in driver's. If I did back throw, that would have been crazy, or command grab. Whoops. Oh, evaded. What the fuck? Okay, let's clean it up. Will this work? I'll do it for the drive gauge. Bushman 230. Appreciate that.
Oh, well, if you can't beat them, join them!
Oh, I'm a bum. I play that kind of bad. Tom Maddie, thanks for the prime. I gotta remember crouching heavy punch has no range. Brother. I hadn't even left the ground yet. I'm plus, man. How do I condition you? Okay. Sweet. Save the bar. Oh, you didn't have stocks and it worked in your favor? Oh my god, I didn't pay attention. You whiffed your throw of the store, you didn't have it. Made me bait with my parry. Oh no, spacing traps. Uh-oh. Dang. All right, GDs, GDs. What did they do? They jump my command grab? Yeah, I did charge Lariat. What am I plus there again? 5? I gotta make some more regular grab there. Hey, Brian, can you explain the concept of MR inflation, please? I don't fully understand it. MR is a zero-sum economy. You can only have as many points as there are points available in the pool. The number of points available in the pool is the number of master ranks, usually, times 1,500 for a baseline. The more master rank players you have in the pool in your MR region, the more points you have available. You cannot play everybody globally in matchmaking. You will play only people within your region. Japan has by far the most amount of players in master rank, therefore they have the highest total number of points available, and you can never get beyond a certain point, because if your rank range is too high, if you're 2200 and you fight a 1000 MR player, you will get 0 points for winning your game. So that eventually leads to a flattening of the possible MR you can get no matter how consistently you win. Theoretically, you could hit a point where you're so much ahead of everyone, you never get any points. You need more points available in the pool to feed to other people to get them closer to your rank so you can get more points. Japan has by far like 80% more, 80% of the master rank players are in Japan. Therefore, they have 80% of the points. Therefore, their top rank caps out much higher in Japan. So your rank is relatively inflated compared to lower MR regions in the rest of the world. That's why you cannot compare MR outside of the region. You can only compare MR within the region. Otherwise, it doesn't even make sense at all. Yes, regions with more master rank players do get higher MR. That's not a theory. That is what it is. More people, more points. Higher total, highest rank, higher possible total MR rank, right? For like the #1 ranked player. That's why I'm silver? No. No, you can win with a negative win rate, and you can have a negative win rate and go up in rank below master rank. It is not a zero-sum game below then. The game is literally designed to say, please get to master rank to give these people more points as fast as possible. Okay. Got clipped. Time does Ingrid release? Like 5 hours, 4 hours. Did I miss the subs? Pot agree. Thanks for the fresh prime. I don't know if our alert's off. Did I miss that? Hey, crosscuts with the Alex. Deliver us with the 24 months. Appreciate that. What's up, man? I keep pressing Prowler stance in response to Fireball like it's a parry. Guess I'm just working on my Ingrid stress. I did the wrong combo. I could have killed here. I could have killed there. I did the wrong combo. I should have gone straight from crouching heavy punch into OD slash. Heavy command grab has no range. Zero range. Yeah, even like spaced out dive kick, you can't get the command grab there. So it has to be blocked a little bit closer. That was kind of blocked at max range. Time to guess. Hey, let's go. It's kind of a cool sequence. Am I switching to Ingrid for this MR season? I have no plans. I do kind of want to play Alex more. I am having fun with Alex. I think he's a very fun character, but obviously, like, I like to just try the new characters and get familiar with them. So, we'll see where the winds take me. We'll see after I get familiar with Ingrid. What up, Neon GGs? Lord Tino. I believe I'm dead.
Round two. Fight.
Just full screen. A chat. We're mashing. Oh yeah, I'm taking that. Maybe I should have gone into chop level 2. OD chop level 2.
We ain't done. Get up, punk. Get ready.
Ooh, denied.
Wins. Round 1. Fight.
Oh, it whipped? I thought I had the combo going right there. Oh, clean. I kind of just let it rip there. I gotta double check the punish there. I think I could have just done chop and killed him.
Round 2. Fight.
Whoa, oh, I fucked that up. Nice.
Over here.
Good check. Damn, he was in a bad spot. He was caged and I was prowling. That was this round, right? He had no super to get through.
Stay out of my business.
Try to keep
Sand
up.
medium punch deals a lot of damage. Yeah. It definitely do. Alex's damage is like really high on specific interactions, but kind of below average on more common interactions like light conversions, medium counter hit conversions. He's like higher in these specific ways you land hits, but lower in other ways. Makes him kind of interesting. So let me check something. Here I'm plus 33. Okay, I should definitely just do the chop. I would just win here. Lord Carcinus? Hold up. Is that the man who beat second place at Capcom Cup Kills You over at Combo Breaker 2026? Placing in the top 32 as one of the highest placing Americans in the bracket? That can't be him. Couldn't be. In my stream chat? What's up, man? Good stuff at Combo Breaker. And you had to play Shao Hai, right? You had a set on stream after he beat Kills You that was pretty good, but you know it couldn't close out because dudes be kind of nice. Could have killed meterless. Three, 4, 4, 1. Nice. Okay. So yeah, just do the chop. Or of course, one of these, right? What is the combo? I haven't been good about doing this combo. That combo? I've been meaning to incorporate this combo into my game plan. Yeah, that's what you want to do if you can't get into the chop. Does that work? How much damage does chop into hyper bomb do in that situation? Probably a lot. Yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind. That probably could have killed. Right, here, I guess we can test that with one drive rush cancel, right? That's basically the idea. I think just going to hyper bomb does do more damage. Yeah. Yeah, like I gotta get more comfortable with knowing when to go for this with 2 bars. Like that would have just killed. But it doesn't leave you the out of having the super conversion, right? So that's the problem, is like being cozy with knowing the damage values. Because if I do it this way, I can be like, oh, actually, I don't think this is gonna kill, and just combo to super to tack that on. So that's the difference. Alex is weird, less is always feels like more. That's a lot of characters in this game. Terry has a lot of routing like that. His routing is a little difficult, but the problem is it's committal. Like I mentioned, you can't tack on super if you do this. So you have to be very aware of what will kill at what ranges. Whereas this does less damage meterless, but if I go, oh wait, it's not going to kill, I have the out of the super conversion. So it rewards situational awareness. What about going to another crouching heavy punch flash up at the driver to get the kill? You can't. Unless I do like... Well, I think that does do more damage, actually. Yeah, I should be doing that. You're right.
Here comes a new challenger.
Going into the lariat just builds more meter. It doesn't do more damage. You're right, you're right, you're right. I gotta brush up on my routing again. It's been... That's the problem with if I don't play, like, every fucking day when I learn these new characters. Take little couple days break, a week break. I forget so much. Like, little nuance. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
I couldn't get both hits of the medium. I thought both hits of the medium would connect there and I would pop the DI armor. But one of the hits whiffed, weirdly. Fuck. Okay. The combo dropped because of the spacing, Alex inconsistencies. More gimmicks. Alex Overhead is also such a funny animation. It's like spring-loaded. He winds up back, and then it just like releases with the fastest chop ever. Oh, nice check. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Let me not pretend I attacked there. That was getting nutty. This is dangerous. Oh my god. Pretty dangerous situation. Ah! I was trying to check with my jab there. Okay, he didn't convert to the super at least. I'm dead. Drop? Never mind. No drops. No drops for me. Okay. Oh no. I tried to block it. No! The only part I'm unhappy about with that set is Drive Rush, Heavy Punch, OD Fireball to level 2. Like, it got started from there, and there's just little to no counterplay. I'm very much a JP apologist. That's the only part where I'm like, dude, nothing was, I was just fucked from the beginning. The rest of it, I'm okay with. But that part,
Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can.
hurts my feelings a little bit. Inkross with the 38. What's up, man? Really excited for the Drive Tech Wear and Avatar modes dropping tonight. Hashtag ad. Oh. Ooh. How much we got to pay to get rid of that disclosure? You're not doing the shilling correctly. Zimity with the 16. Thank you as well. Oh. Oh. Where you going?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, God. Okay, they dropped. Sweet. That was supposed to be Heavy Slash, but Heavy Slash might not have worked, so I'll just take this whatever. Will this work? Sweet. Oh my God. Get fucking bodied. Let's go. They are swinging on them buttons, man. No.
Round 2. Fight.
Well, how many things will you whip in a row? How many? I should have killed him there. Don't do that.
comes a new
Let's do one more game, then I'll get into the content segment.
round one. Fight.
Oh, nice. I missed space.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, I'm gonna get bodied. Fun. What a base up, Ricky.
Round one. Fight.
Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can.
I should have done charge heavy and killed him. And I could have, yeah, should have been aware of that option. Low forward drive rush. Yes, sir. Love it. GM13 FGC with a 24. Thank you.
Round two. Fight.
Yeah, you can't really do command grab there if they hold back. You got to go low to condition them, I guess. That was dumb. I forgot how far away that went. I didn't combo that? Oh, I just kind of played this bad, unfortunately.
Know your place.
Final round. Fight.
Cool.
Win. Round one. Fight.
I think if I did medium or heavy command grab, that would have worked, actually. I don't know, his fireball timing seemed predictable.
Round two. Fight.
Yeah, nice. He adapted. That was the same fireball timing as usual. GG's. Do you ever lose and get a I don't want to lab this character interaction, just want to play another one, but you know you should probably lab it moment? Every fucking day. Every single time I boot up this game. That's just how it be, man. I had labbed this interaction at one point. If I Prowler approach and they level 1 here, for example. Yeah, here. Yeah, so that does punish. But if I do nothing, can I hop out of the way after the flash? No. If I dive kick, oh, I can still punish. Yeah, so I can hop out of the way and chase him down. Cool. Okay. Let me go ahead and gear up here and get ready for the content segment. 1 second here, guys. Okay. I'm gonna... No, actually, we can leave alerts on. All right, let me go ahead and get started. We're gonna have a fun little discussion here. All right, let's go ahead and get on into it. So over the past couple weeks, we've had the official start of the tournament season, and we've seen tons of amazing high-level Street Fighter action, like Yamaguchi with his Mai winning the largest Street Fighter tournament and fighting game tournament period ever over at EVO Japan. We had Kobayan winning DreamHack Atlanta with a dangerous score when he was down 0-2 multiple times in that top 8, bringing it all the way back to win that tournament. Then we had Combo Breaker 2026, the largest combo breaker of all time, with Xiaohai taking it with Mai again. But don't worry, there's a lot of Zangief action in between as well, but it's been an explosive start to the tournament season, and I've been observing these top players in these matches, and I've been noticing one distinct trend, one note to take away from their gameplay to learn and grow from, and that is these dudes be mashing. These top players, don't get it twisted, they are mashing. However, let me show you exactly what I mean by these players are mashing. We have an example here, Xiaohai on his run here to win Common Breaker 2026 up against Junior Zangief.
Oh, and again on the bust out. He's not even on wake up, bro.
My guy did drive rush in into heavy punch, got his string with the jab into the crouching medium punch, and immediately went ahead. And after his turn finally ended, jab, crouching medium punch, turn over, psych, I'm taking that turn back. ODDP, how dare you try to jab and take your rightful turn back on my negative frame. So today I wanted to go into a little bit of what's going on in these situations and break down some of the high level mashing that was occurring over these past major tournaments with actual in-game examples. But if you don't know, mashing in the world of Street Fighter used to be a very dirty word, and this type of advanced risk-taking gameplay was seen as very controversial, and it really takes me back to a specific match in the Street Fighter 4 era, LPN versus 801 Strider at SCR 2015. Strider was one of the best Street Fighter 4 players in the world, qualified for Capcom Cup at this time. LPN always really strong, but not considered the favorite in this matchup. Here they are in pools in the final game, final round situation.
Yeah, still in the game because
Let's watch this sequence here.
EX Stinger, not gonna work.
Combo conversion from Strider. He needs one more hit to take the set, and
Wait, what? What? Is he dead? Oh my God.
wake
Are you
up,
serious?
stand heavy kick
He's dead.
into Ultra 2. This little interaction might not seem like much. Look how pissed Strider is. He's like, what the fuck? You really woke up heavy kick right there? This interaction, it might not seem like much. This sparked weeks of discourse. Like, Twitter was still like kind of debuffed back then for how things go now. But I'm telling you, this wake up stand heavy kick caused immediate chaos in the world of Street Fighter, and had people debating was this dumb or genius. And I'm here to make the argument that LPN was just ahead of the times, and we'll see a very similar example in Street Fighter 6 at one of these premier tournaments shown at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that example. But let's go ahead and break down exactly what we mean when we talk about mashing. So I'm over here at the FGC glossary, and you can go to that at glossary.info.net. They define mashing, or to mash, as the act of pressing a ton of buttons rapidly without any thought. However, it can also be used to describe trying to input the same move repeatedly, usually on defense while you're being pressured. For example, while blocking or waking up, you may be slamming your joystick into the diagonals or hitting a punch repeatedly, trying to get a dragon punch reversal to come out. You'd be mashing DP in this case. And that's one type of mashing I'm referring to here. But I think colloquially, a lot of Street Fighter players, when they say mashing, what they're actually referring to is abare. You might have heard me say this on tournament restreams. If you ever wonder what this was about, it's a Japanese term, and the glossary here defines abare as attacking while you're at negative frame advantage. Music a little loud, we got it. Abare is defined here as attacking while you are at negative frame advantage. Pronounce abare. Normally, attacking while your opponent is plus is a bad idea, since if they press their fastest attack, they are going to win. But sometimes opponents don't press their fastest attack. Maybe they want to stretch their advantage a little too far and say take extra time to walk up and throw. If you abare in these situations, you'll probably land some hits. So it's about the idea of not always respecting people's pressure, because not all pressure sequences are built the same. Sometimes there's gaps in between them so that people can extend their turn. If all pressure sequences were airtight to beat mashing, they'd often end up just pushing themselves out of range of threatening a throw too early and not get much advantage. To extend the time in which they threaten the throw, they might walk forward between certain plus moves and overextend, where your DP or then your light punch or reversal attack can actually interrupt, even though you're at negative frame advantage. And this is like where the bell curve comes in with mashing in fighting games. Because when you're a scrub, and you're at the beginning, you're mashing on everything, right? You don't even understand the concept of frame advantage. It's a foreign concept to you. You're just like, why doesn't my move come out? You're just complaining the whole time while people are doing frame traps and block strings to you. Then you reach a certain level where you understand these concepts, you understand the other characters' plus and minus moves, and then you play by the book. You wait to see when they're at negative frames, and that's when you take your turn back. You don't challenge on frame traps, but then your defense becomes very predictable. Right? You become very easy to read. People overextend their pressure on you, extend their turns, and are able to run their offense a lot more liberally on you because you never represent abare. Then there's a high level again where you're just mashing, man. Like, you just know, like, hey, this shit ain't real, or I got some shit for you right here. You think you're gonna overextend your offense? Boom, hold this. And this goes both for abare on defense and also how you structure your offense. And you have to tailor which side of this bell curve you're on based on your opponent. Like, if your opponent is on this level with their offense, you might need to be on this level with your defense, right? And vice versa. So it's important to understand the player and what they're thinking of in these options. But of course, examples we're going to get into are with the most high-level players in the world, and you're going to see how deep the mind games go. So, Colbion won DreamHack Atlanta with Zangief. Him and Junior got top 8 at both DreamHack Atlanta and at the follow-up combo breaker next weekend. So we're going to see a lot of Zangief examples here. So I'm going to start first with some interesting examples with Zangief, which have to do with abare, smart abare, based on a lack of frame advantage and spacing. It's a combination of those two variables. So here we have an example here. This is Colbion up against Kills You at Combo Breaker 2026. Colbion on set point with level 3. Kills You needs to make a big comeback here. Kills You not much life left, and what just happened? What just happened here? What just happened? Let's watch this again. This happened so quick. Let's watch it in slow-mo really quick. This, if you don't know, is a situation where it kills you. very clearly has frame advantage. So, come on, Twitch player. Come on now. Pause that as well. I don't know what's going on. Twitch. I was in the flow here, man. Come on now. There we go. So here Killzoo lands his grab. And he's going to go in and dash in for a basic strike throw mix here. And he can go for a throw loop, but it says he goes for the stand medium punch. Jury's stand medium punch is +2, right? So this is Jury's frame advantage in this situation. She can take her turn back and continue her offensive pressure. And it would be unwise for Kobayashi to usually press pretty much anything in this situation. But what does he do in return? A 5-frame, non-invincible light SPD at -2 frames, which is very bizarre at first glance, but there's some high-level tech behind this situation here and some contextual awareness. Let's go to training mode and break this one down. Yeah, we got to boot this up really quick. The magic of editing here. We'll get this all out in post. Okay, so this is the situation here. Jury's basic throw loop. She can just dash up and throw again or dash up and do stand medium. Stand medium is +2, so she can take her turn back and do an extended string that can interrupt things like you pressing your immediate options, right? So if you go here and you try to press Wake Up Light Punch, you're going to counter hit. And even on block, if you end up blocking this move and then you try to press after it, you can get counter hit, right? You're not able to really press these options in this situation. However, there's a few layers at play here, okay? So the things that you can actually interrupt with get a little bit more interesting when you mix in the light SPD. So we're going to have Zangief block and then do light SPD as a reversal. So this is what happened to Killzoo. Now, the problem with this is this +2 from Jury, there's only 2 options where Jury can actually make contact with Zangief if he goes for SPD. Those options are stand light kick and crouching medium punch. If I go to any other button in this situation, I cannot hit Zangief. You notice how here I'm pressing light punch? Jury's lights are very short range and immediately whiff in that situation. So any other option you choose is either too slow or doesn't make contact. So it immediately limits the number of options Jury can press after this situation to even interrupt the SPD. Because, yes, she has frame advantage, but you got to consider the spacing. All these other options at this range completely whiff, and the SPD just grabs you instead. So that limits those number of options. And on the other hand, the reward she gets from the light kick and even the medium punch are very, very limited options. Like, she can do that from the medium punch if she commits into that string. But that's a little risky. She's left very close and at negative frames. So it's not like an ideal buffer to go for blindly for her. She'd be -6 and in range to be punished, for example. And if she tries to do something else, say she goes instead for something like a fireball, she just gets grabbed out of the fireball. All of these options put you in a horrible situation. There's like hardly any safe string she can set up to actually stop Zangief from mashing in this situation. It's very funky for her. So another option she could go for, of course, is she might try to shimmy you, right? she might try to go here, walk back, and get a big shimmy and start with that. But if you try to walk away to shimmy as well, after this situation, he grabs you out of the shimmy. It reduces the number of options that Jury has in the situation by far. The other thing she can do is stagger medium, walk up stagger medium, but that will lose, of course, the reversal SPD. So it's actually brilliant because it beats every option except for her worst offensive strings against Zangief. And for that reason, the light SPD is amazing. But you might be wondering, why did he not just do CA in that situation? Why not CA? Well, CA definitely would have worked in that situation, and it also would have beat the two options that beat the sequence, which is stand light kick or the crouching medium. So it has two unique advantages. However, of course, the SPD just loses if they happen to jump, or if they happen to backdash, it loses as well. So what you have to imagine here is the concept of the risk reward in the situation. Kobayan was up a game in a round. If he lost that round, the set would not be over. So if he went instead to burn the CA in this situation, he gets the exact same reward, right? The reward is you win the set. The exact same reward for doing CA in this situation. However, the only advantage to make it less risky is that it beats these two options, which are pretty shitty for Jury anyways. It beats going to the stand like a crouching medium punch. It loses the same to every other option that beats SPD. So if she goes for the backdash, it'll beat it. The jump, it'll beat it. All the other options that beat the level 3 also beat SPD. So the reward is the same. The risk with the level 3 is that you burn the resource and you lose the round. And there's very little extra advantage to using CA in the situation compared to the light SPD. So yes, Zangief might be -2 in this situation, but turns out it beats a hell of a lot of options and forces Jury to back off on her offense if she wants to actually continue her offense, almost like a reversal super in that situation. So that's really big matchup knowledge from Kobayan because it shuts down so many options, spends less resources, and has very similar risk reward in that situation to doing a reversal level 3. So it might seem like churning butter for no reason at first glance, but it's actually really high level of understanding what Jury's options versus Zangief are in that situation. Nephew backdashes a lot versus Gief. Yeah, that's why, because you can't continue your pressure. So it's smart to do. CA is way cooler. What's cooler is winning. So hedging your bets when you need to, and then saving the CA in case you lose is much smarter. Okay, we have another one from the Zangiefs here at Combo Breaker. This one is Junior versus Oil King in winners top 8. And this one was pretty interesting. Oil King trying to get some momentum here going. Drive rush overhead, and then he just gets SPD'd. What's going on here? Drive rush overhead is supposed to be plus. Why on earth would there be an SPD in this situation? If you slow it down here to observe what's going on, here is the drive rush overhead, and you can see Oil King here goes for a crouching medium kick before getting scooped right out of it. So let's go ahead and break down this interaction to explain why the SPD here, the light SPD, was actually brilliant as well. All right, let's get Terry out here. So to explain this one, you have to understand the frame advantage of Drive Rush Overhead. Drive Rush Overhead is only +1, meaning if you want to interrupt people mashing their 4th frame, you're going to have to go for a light. It's really not that much frame advantage. So if you are point blank, for example, the light SPD is 5 frames. You can do your crouching light punch to interrupt, of course. You can do crouching medium punch if you're fast enough. And you can even do stand light kick, right? Like your basic pressure options do beat SPD at that distance. Recent nerf 2, yes. All the overheads now are +1, so this makes the situation kind of universal. So let's back up a little bit though. Let's add some spacing because it's the frame advantage plus spacing that limits your options. Here becomes an issue because at a certain range, you're gonna find that you're gonna be left at distances where suddenly your lights don't connect. Right? Look at that. Lights do not connect here. But you know what's further range than most lights? that light SPD. That light SPD has a lot of range. So at here, where my lights will whiff, SPD will still connect. So suddenly, I'm trying to press and take my turn back, or continue my offense with my +1, and my jabs are just getting destroyed by light SPD out of nowhere because my jabs are whiffing. Now, there's a certain distance where a stand light kick will still reach, and crouching medium punch will still reach, which is still a strong option. But you saw that Old King press crouching medium kick. It's a slower option. It's 8 frames. It's like the slowest option, but it has the most range. So if we keep finding the perfect sweet spot, there is a sweet spot where here, crouching medium punch doesn't work either because it's got a whiff. You can still make contact with the overhead, but your crouching medium punch doesn't connect. Suddenly, look, none of your fast moves here connect. Not a single one of them. Maybe stand medium punch, but stand medium punch is also kind of slow and doesn't lead to much, right? So at this range, all of these buttons, stand medium, crouching medium, if you do it perfect, hold on. Yeah, they all get stuffed by the light SPD. And so you might be incentivized at that range to try to stop them from walking away. So you might go here and go crouching medium kick, because if they try to walk back, then you can clip them low and you can keep the pressure going. But crouching medium kick is so slow, and that just loses to light SPD. So literally the only thing you can do here after the dry brush overhead is something crazy like an ODDP, or maybe like a jump forward, or of course a backdash. But you have to give up your offensive turn, because even though you're plus, you're at a crappy range to take your turn back versus Zangief, who has a 5-frame SPD that goes this far. So because of that, you really have to consider your options, and that's why these situations where Zangief players are at negative frame advantage but have slightly more range over the opponent's lights and mediums, they'll go for the light SPD. You can walk back as well. There's certain ranges, like maybe here, where the buttons will still whiff and walk back will still get grabbed. So it really depends. It's really finicky, basically, is what I'm getting at. There's a certain sweet spot where walk back still gets grabbed by the SPD as well. So it's just a dangerous situation. Unless you get the point-blank dry brush overhead where you can confidently take your turn back with lights, you might be putting yourself in a situation where you end up just getting scooped because all of your normal options just fail against Zangief. So it's actually a smart time to mash SPD when you're at negative frame advantage. Okay. So we've done enough Zangief for now. Let's talk about how you can mash and take advantage of having an invincible reversal. With Flowchart Ken, all roads lead back to Shoryuken. But having an invincible reversal, of course, means the risk-reward and the turn-taking patterns are always potentially able to be challenged, because you have an invincible reversal that you can bust out at any time you think someone wants to take their turn back versus you, if you're willing to risk it, right? That's up to you if you're willing to risk it. And of course, Xiao Hai, all weekend long on his psychotic run to win the Combo Breaker title, was doing the most insane reversals I have seen from any tournament victory period, right? So here he is in the corner against Fuda in top 8. This is the round 1, by the way. Drive rush, crouching light kick, back heavy kick into ODDP. This is round 1. You gotta chill. This is crazy. Back heavy kick from Mai is negative. It's -1 on block. So he went in with the idea, hey, I'm going to establish this mind game early. I'm going to go for my offensive string. If the drive rush crouching light kick connected, he would be able to either combo into the back heavy kick or get a frame trap here. Once the back heavy kick is blocked, his turn is typically over, right? If you're playing by the book, middle IQ, Street Fighter, his turn is done right here. And Fudo can go ahead and press his light punch and take his turn back. But Xiao Hai is a psycho, and Fudo, of course, went for the jab, and he does ODDP because risk-reward. If he gets challenged here by Fudo into the corner, Fudo can force a burnout. Fudo has 2 bars of super right here. He can do jab into OD blitz into level 2 and force Xiao Hai to drive reversal and burn himself out. He can trade the super meter for that in the situation. So that's an out for Fudo here to burn out Xiao Hai and make a comeback. And on top of that, Xiao Hai is thinking here, this is a first to 3. I can establish the mind game early and maybe get you to stop taking your turn back later on. And later on, instead of doing DP here, I can mash my jab and keep my offense going. So he's playing with the length of the set, understanding the risk reward, the tendencies of the players, and establishes this conditioning early to keep Fudo on his toes and not knowing what's coming next. But it doesn't stop there. Versus Junior, this guy DP 10 billion times. It was psychotic. He just, every interaction he got in, that's heavy kick, -3. He goes for OD DP right there. And then, of course, that sets up the neutral situation where you can get the whip punish into level 1 and then take control of the set. So anytime he used my strong pokes that put him at negative frame advantage, he was likely to let the DP rip. So you can't confidently take your turn back on this guy. Here's another one. We saw this sequence earlier, right? The drive rush, heavy punch, crouching, stand jab, crouching medium punch, immediately into the OD DP, extending that string one more time. You can't get your turn back. And that's very powerful versus Zangief, who relies on, using those turns to mix in the strike throw mix. So he did a million DPs, wake up DPs on strings, which is normally kind of a scrubby thing to do, but he had the read and it worked. And what I like about this next example is it demonstrates the end goal of those types of interactions. So we're going to show off Riddle Jr. versus Hinao in the winners finals. And I really like this round here. This was very, very interesting. So Junior just lands the level 3 and now resets it here, and he goes for the towards light kick. What do you think is going to happen? Chat, can I ask you here? Pop quiz. What happens next in this interaction? It's the final touch pretty much for both of these players. And now just did towards light kick. It's -3 on block. It's not punishable, but he's set up for a mix-up where Junior can go for lights into a combo. He can go for an SPD, and it'll beat every safe option. Even a regular grab will beat every safe option. Grab, and now OD DPs. Is he like Xiao Hai? Well, and now presses crouching light kick into standing light punch. This is the first interaction this occurs. In the very first interaction where Hinao does a block towards light kick on Junior, when the next mix will kill him, he ends up immediately stealing the turn and mashing immediate crouching light kick stand jab, which is very, very interesting because he's taking advantage of the hesitation from Junior, who knows, hey, he put himself into a coin flip situation to lose the round. He might reversal DP and get close to killing me off that reversal DP. I should just respect it and maybe delay my offense and let it go. And Hinao goes, he's going to be scared of me doing a crazy-ass DP here, and I'm going to press buttons. There's no previous information where we saw this in this set. This is the first time you see this type of final guess occur, and Hinao guesses correctly. Then it continues, right? You're going to see another towards light kick coming up right here. Now, what do you think happens after this towards light kick? Does anyone recall? We just established that Hinao is playing the mind game of baiting out and stealing turns. Backdash, same thing. He presses buttons, he steals a turn. This one is interesting because he jumps away and reads the SPD. Junior goes, I see your game. I'm just going to go for it. He goes to SPD, and Hinao reads this option and jumps away from the SPD. And this is a very interesting situation because it sets up another mind game. Let me break this one down real quick. So, if Zangief goes for the SPD here, it's pretty powerful because if I try to do anything else, of course, SPD is just going to beat me if I just stay there on the ground or try to do anything besides reversal, DP, backdash, or jump away. And now chose jump away from this situation. He's going to jump back. So you might be thinking, okay, what can I punish with? The problem with the jump away is that in a lot of situations... Oh, that shouldn't work. He was kind of spaced out. It's more like this, right? At this distance, you can't get a punish, really, on the jump back. And you do the jump away because if they go for regular grab, they can anti-air with the lariat. It's just a safer option, but it gives you less reward if you guess correctly on the SPD. Now, you might be like, oh, just drive rush in. But Sagat, for all his strengths, does kind of have a bit of a slower drive rush. You can't get a really strong option here out of drive rush to get a punish. There's nothing that really reaches once the driver screen freeze occurs. So he's kind of limited in options here of how he can punish this SPD here on the jump back. He can, however, do a pretty airtight drive rush to crouching medium kick here. It doesn't, it's not a pure block string, but it's unlikely to lose like a reversal jab or anything in this situation. So how does Hanao then respond after doing the jump away from the SPD on block in the situation that he baited out? Can anyone predict when Hanao lands what he's going to do? Level 1, there's no level 1. Level 1 would be a good option if he had it. Tiger Knee, OD Fireball. Those are all good ideas. Jump forward, that might be the most easily dealt with idea. Well, let's go ahead and see. ODDP lands in ODDPs. Let's see.
Oh, what escape overhead! That was so smart. Couldn't get
Drive
in time
rush
to get a punish.
overhead.
No, press the dome.
Drive rush
Grab in.
overhead. Hanao knows that he played the mini game. He got away with it the first time, and then he baits out the SPD the second time, and he knows that he can't get a punish, and he just uses the frame advantage he has with the threat of the drive rush to go in for the surprise overhead. So there were so many layers here on this sequence. I just thought it was super cool, and it shows the other side of the mix, like the unspoken rules of having a reversal. We saw Xiaohai let the reversal rip in a lot of these situations, and we see the inverse happen here of how you can take advantage of the fear of the reversal. So really interesting interaction there, and some high-level mashing on negative frames. Abare from Hanao in the situation. But that's a lot of anti-Zangief and a lot of challenging of Oki. I do want to talk about a other specific situation with this. So one specific situation with this that I want to... Well, hold on, what did I forget? I can check my notes here. I'm getting a little lost. I did want to talk about Geef Headbutt, but maybe we'll just skip that one for now. We'll skip that. Yeah, we'll do that another time. Okay. We'll edit that out. Keep moving with the video. So far we've all been talking about mostly using spacing to your advantage on negative frames to mash crazy options and the fear of reversal. But what about when all hell breaks loose? When you got the chips down against you, you're out of luck, you got no meter, you're in burnout. What can you do in these kinds of situations? We saw one of these situations at EVO Japan with Shuto versus Punk, and it really, really surprised me. So this was some extreme Abare that shows that you should always lab as many interactions as you can and find an answer. So here, Punk interrupts the DI into a level 3 conversion. This is winners finals of EVO Japan of like round 3, I believe. He put Shuto into burnout. Both players are in burnout in this situation. So what do you think is going to happen here? Shuto has level 3. Punk just spent his super and is in burnout. What is the next interaction you think is going to occur? Does anyone know? There's a couple of Kami flowchart options that they usually go for. What do you think will be the response after the situation right here as Shuto's getting up off the ground? Hooligan, he's going to go for Hooligan. The DP, possibly. Light spiral arrow, light drill. That is the #1 most common option after level 3 for Oki to get pressure from Kami players. But what do we see in return? We saw dash up, jump, dive kick, and wake up non-invincible light DP from Shuto. That DP has no frame advantage, and he ends up running that situation all the way back to a win over Punk in a spot where it seemed like Punk had so much advantage. So if we look back at that one more time, we'll put it in slow-mo. This one caught me so off guard when I saw it live. Thanks, by the way, Idom. Appreciate that. So, dash up from Punk, jump in the air, wake up light DP. That seems like the most ludicrous, scrubby option because light DP has 0 invincibility. This is not Street Fighter 4. This is not a Boomer Street Fighter game. Why would he possibly be doing that light DP in that situation? Well, it turns out I think Shuto had labbed the Abare in the situation very, very well. and had learned some interesting counterplay. All right, let's set it up. Where's Ryu? There you are. Where's Cammy? So let's put Cammy in Burnout and... Actually, let me swap characters. I have this backwards. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Let me place Cammy. Let me have Ryu as the bot. And then Cammy will be in Burnout. And Ryu will be about to go into Burnout. And it's not CA. So, in this situation, with level 3, Cammy has only 17 frames of advantage. It's not that much. So, what's interesting about this is a super common option that Cammy players like to do in this situation after level 3 is to go for a either light drill, which is +3 on block because they're in Burnout, or medium drill, still +1. They like to go in with that option because they don't have drive rush in the situation, and it's free plus frames because imagine you're able to stick it in, set up some kind of block string pressure, right? And you could eventually get out of Burnout and get the stun in return. So really common, strong option. But that's where Wake Up, Reversal, Shoryuken comes into play. This seems like a crazy option to go for, but when you consider such a common Oki option, you might want to plan a counter for it. Of course, Light Punch GP has no true grounded invincibility to anything except it is air invincible. And this drill, even though it's low to the ground, it's considered airborne. Pure punish counter on that situation, right? And it also beats the medium drill as well. Any drill you go for. And even another option you might go for as a Cammy here is like jump dive kick. If you like delay this at the proper height with the heavy dive kick, you can hit the toes and be really plus. Turns out that this will beat that as well. It beats a lot of options. Now, what's interesting here is that Punk went for dash up into jump. But you see, dash is actually negative. So if I went to dash up and try to press a button, for example, the best I can do is trade with my 4-frame on the Light Punch. All my other buttons here, if I dash up and press anything, are going to flat out lose because they're too slow. The only thing I can do here after dash is maybe jump. No. Jump dive kick to go over a low. Like, it looked like Punk was maybe planning jump cross up or jump dive kick, right? It beats the jump. It beats almost every option. So there's literally no button you can press when you dash forward. The best you can do here is dash forward and block to bait out the reversal. So somehow the light DP almost becomes a valid true reversal in the situation that you have to dash up and block to punish. And you might be going, okay, why not just hit him meaty? It's not invincible. Like, just walk up and hit him. This is so hard to do. I sat here trying to figure this out. Because she's only +17, walking into range and getting a clean button on this Light Punch DP is actually so hard. The best thing you can do is do nothing. So basically, if you're in this situation, like we saw with Shuto, where his back was against the wall and he was probably going to lose, he realizes, okay, my one way out of this situation, I have just been put into Burnout. I have level 3, Punk doesn't. If I can get this hit, get the momentum going, I can win. So he actually does wait, and he sees that Punk dash forward. He doesn't do a real reversal light DP. He doesn't say reversal. He might have been waiting to react to movement to go for the light DP, but having this in mind means he can turn this bad situation around, and it forces Punk to only block. If Punk does any other offensive action, he loses. So this is advanced Abare, advanced anti-Oki tech here, because it moves the risk-reward heavily back into his favor in this way, because otherwise the reward here is potentially win. The risk is like I might get punished, basically, right? So it really goes to show that you should highly investigate common Oki situations, and if you're going to swing for the fences, swing for the fences. waking up with a low forward, a jab, or whatever might yield you less reward in these situations when you're burnout, but this might give you the win. So go for the highest reward option in some situations where it makes sense, even if it's unorthodox like this. And with that, we come full circle to the modern version, I think, of the LPN Wake Up Heavy Kick on Strider. Because remember, this was like, really, people were like, wow, that was such a scrubby thing of LPN to do. How could he wake up with heavy kick in this moment? That's not what you do in pure, honest Street Fighter. Well, we have had a Street Fighter 6 version of this occur at EVO Japan as well, with Naun versus Blaz, and winners finals of like their pool in round 3, I believe, at EVO Japan. So Naun here playing Akuma is in the corner against Blaz. A round apiece, Blaz is at set point. Let's go ahead and see how this interaction plays out. So nice spacing trap from Blaz. Big combo. He gets the level 3 into the corner. That's massive damage. He's going to be near victory at this point. He just needs to tap it in. Almost in burnout is Naun. But what do we see here? Wake up heavy kick. Combo into the demon reset. Wake up heavy kick has returned. It works. He gets the demon reset. Now, Blaz is in burnout, has no super meter. He's going to get checkmated with a DI if he gets to the corner. Throw from Naun. He drive rushes in towards heavy punch. Blaz eats it, and a comeback from Naun in that game that seemed almost impossible to win. And yes, Naun then goes on to win the next game to bring the set back and put Blaz into losers. That interaction we just saw here, where Naun does wake up, stand heavy kick, is the turnaround point, the linchpin in this set that helped him get the win. Wake up, stand heavy kick from Akuma is incredibly slow, whiffs on crouchers, beats nothing. It's not invincible at all. So why would he go for this in this situation? Why? Let's break it down a little bit. All right, where's Akuma? Actually, no, I keep doing this backwards. This one I'm going to be Ryu. And I will be... the dummy will be Akuma. And Akuma will be almost burnt out. And Ryu will be burnt out. And then we will do, what was it? This? Okay, so in this situation here, Ryu has landed his level 3. He's only plus 14. Just like Cammy, Ryu's regular level 3 does not get that much frame advantage. The CAs in this game often give way better knockdown and frame advantage than the level 3s. So from this situation, it's actually kind of hard for the Ryu player to do something that actually beats buttons, right? If you dash in here, you're going to be negative. You can try to mix it up, but without drive rush, you're actually going to run into things like crouching medium punch. There's a lot of things that can interrupt you in this situation. So it's really hard to get in there and do an actual meaty. And it's really hard to walk up and hit them as well. It's pretty difficult. You can potentially get spacing traps, but you don't have a lot of options to get in there and immediately hit them, which cannot be challenged by certain button timings. So you can also try to do something more like a meaty fireball, for example. This is one option he has that is pretty good at being a meaty. If they do a wake up button in this situation, the heavy punch fireball will go ahead and counter hit them. And it's pretty good. And considering Naun's drive gauge in that situation, it seems like a pretty strong option, because if he blocked the fireball and didn't do a button, he would be very close to be going into burnout. With the drive gauge situation in the actual game, he might have gone into burnout blocking the fireball or missing the perfect parry, right? So meaty fireball seems like Ryu's safest, strongest option there for Oki. However, it does, of course, have counterplay, because meaty fireball, as safe as it is, it's predictable, and it loses to wake up level 3. So you might not want to go with the guaranteed checkmate situation there, because wake up level 3 will actually beat that clean. And even worse for you, you might end up losing to something like a wake up demon if they do chose to go for it. Oh, it has to be in CA. I might have to redo this. Yeah, we have to redo this. Do. All right, pretend you guys didn't see that part.
What's wrong? Get up!
So even worse for you, if they have CA, they can straight up wake up Demon through your Fireball. So yeah, level 2 will beat it as well. So Akuma has a lot of super options to beat the autopilot safe option that you might want to go there just to pin him down and keep recovering out of burnout and to drive get ship damage. So another common option instead would be to do something like maybe a walk-up solar plexus to outspace them, or of course like a classic walk-up heavy punch into Hashogeki to get the party started. Those are great options because you can delay your button press. I pressed heavy punch there going for it, but because I delayed my press, I bait wake up reversal super. I'm not at risk of running into that. I can delay my offense. It's not going to come out, and then block and punch to get the kill. And this hesitation on your offense to bait out reversals, because during the reversal flash, if that's when you press your button, they do not occur. You're able to block still. I pressed heavy punch, but I'm still able to block and do the punish after the fact. The reversal super flash saves me, and it prevents my input from coming out. That idea of delaying your offense is precisely where the idea to do a slow, giant, heavy attack comes from. Because if I walk up to do delay heavy punch to beat the reversal level 3 option, I will walk face first into a wake up stand heavy. The wheel of options have come full circle. You try to delay your offense to beat the scrubby wake up level 3. Well, here, instead, I know you're smart. I'm going to do wake up heavy kick instead. If you don't delay your offense, then you'll beat it clean, but then you would lose to the level 3. So Naoon here understands that with Ryu's Oki, it's pretty poor after the level 3, and the only way he can safely pressure and beat reversals is to do a delay button. That delay button is liable to lose to a really high reward option stand heavy kick. And that's the brilliance of the LPN wake up stand heavy kick back in the Street Fighter 4 days versus 801 Strider to convert to Ultra. And that's the brilliance of Naoon's option here. When LPN did wake up stand heavy kick, the only way he was going to win this set is if he got a big combo into Ultra 2. He was already down and out. Might as well, on your Abare, swing for the fences and make the most of it. If he woke up jab and got the hit, he wouldn't win. And he would still die if he did a meaty. So why not go for the big wake up option that if it hits, you win. And if you lose to the same things. Same thing here with Naoon going for the wake up heavy kick. If he woke up with a button and Blas went for a meaty, if he did wake up jab, the faster, safer option, he would still lose. And if it hit, he wouldn't be able to convert into the momentum to kill. So with his back to the fences here, Naoon decided to go for the biggest reward option possible with a similar amount of risk. But the reward leads him to a position where he can go for the CA mix-up as well and turn that into an actual win. So with that said, that is how you actually mash like the pros. You need to weigh the risk-reward and understand how to maximize that reward. It might seem scrubby at first glance, but knowing the situations, you can mitigate the risk-reward to such a factor where you don't actually end up throwing matches going for a small reward, and you end up maximizing the big reward to close out more games. And that's all I got for this video. Let me know if you learned something in the comments. I feel like there was a lot of interesting interactions over these past few tournaments, and I enjoyed breaking them down, so hopefully you did as well. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Boom. Okay. Let's clip it and ship it. Got to get that one over to the editor real quick. So what I learned is I got to mash DP more. Kind of, yeah. Some people do. What was really interesting to me is like the Zangief one. Understanding those light SPDs. That was interesting to me. There was another thing I wanted to do, which was like mashing against Zangief when you're fighting him. I might save that for another video. I couldn't find a clip from the tournaments to go along with it, and I was just going to go into training mode and break it down. But this video is already super loaded, and I think the theme of like showing the tournament examples and then breaking it down is more engaging. So maybe I'll save that for like another video, some anti-Zangief tech. There were people who did the mashing I'm talking about, but I couldn't find the clips when I was browsing the brackets again. Digging up all these clips is kind of hard. Okay. What do you guys think? Think it'll be a good video? Guitar Stream 1, I did one with Elmeen. Gotta do some ranked. I did some earlier. I'll be doing a little bit more. Okay, let me close this out. My game was dropping so many frames. Could be from Chrome and all those tabs open. Am I gonna stay awake for Ingrid? Most likely not. Okay, guys, let me take a quick breather here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see what we're doing next. Be right back, everybody. Okay. What did I miss? Is the music not playing? Oh, there it is. Should we do one of these? It's 9 p.m. PST or 7 p.m. for Ingrid. Did anyone remind me? That's the servers go down at 7 PST. Okay. Ingrid command there. Usually what happens is the servers go down, and then like within 30, 40 minutes, you can play the character offline. That's usually what happens. Like some people start getting the updates sooner than others, and then you're able to play. So if people keep spamming when's Ingrid, you can just, some people in the chat, please use exclamation point Ingrid. Just save my sanity. Por favor. What little of it remains. Street Fighter 6. Yeah, they canceled TNS tonight too because the servers are going down. I was thinking about signing up for one last TNS. Like, that would be the stream, do the lesson, do TNS. What is my favorite guitar brand? I mean, like, I've been out of the game for so long, dude. Back in the day, of course I had my phases, right? I was interested in a Telecaster, like Fender Telecaster. I always like a Fender Strat. I liked a little bit of Gibson Les Paul. I liked Ibanez guitars. My guitar is a local manufacturer or independent manufacturer. He does Fender-like, Strat-like guitars. So it's a Strat-like. But that was two decades ago, you know? Or 15 years ago. Last time I thought about a guitar like that. So I don't know much. Tampa needed sleep? Damn. Yeah, a day off for them for once. Can you make a video showing us noobs to enter championships? Like the tournaments, they're all, you sign up literally, the online tournaments, you sign on Start.gg. That's the actual platform, start.gg. But to know about them, you can either go to Twitter and follow the key sites, or like for Capcom Pro Tour events, you can follow Capcom Fighters and go to Capcom Pro Tour. There's like a bunch of just separate things you kind of have to tune into. Charge heavy there. Could have killed him.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, I tried to backdash to specifically debate that. Nope. I wonder if I could have killed him. What happened to stream music? There's no stream music on YouTube. You have to go to Twitch for that. Down and out. My toes. True. Is that burnout loop that real? Is there something I'm doing wrong there? I feel like I should have been able to deal with that. I feel like he was going to try to spinning mixer back in with the enhancement. He didn't get the enhancement, though. My computer's dying. That's my computer. My bad. My bad. Oh, nice. Nice read. Yeah, I shouldn't have prowlered there. Thank you, dive punch. 1900. Woo!
Now let's talk about the trash.
Discoy 2K. Thanks for the 2 months. Appreciate that.
I don't know.
Thank you very much. Aki. Is that top 32 a combo breaker or Carcinus? You took out Kills You, the second place Captain Cup finisher? Whatever will I do? Okay. I think I should have had a better combo to kill him. I got to double check that. Round 1. Let's check that kill combo. Yay! Oh god. I could have comboed from that. Oh. I snipe. Hi, Tex. I am bum.
Round 2. Fight.
Hey! Kinda clean, huh? Oh shit, nice. Well, bad start for me, huh? I think I could have won if I was better at optimizing this. So also, second game, third round. Let's check that out. I got a little lucky there. I think he missed his super. GG's, GG's. So let's see here. Couple combos to check out.
All right.
So here, I think if I was... I think if I was on point, you can counter hit confirm this into crushing heavy, right? I think this would kill. Yeah. So if I had counter hit confirmed, I think I could have killed. 2.76. Does this do more damage? 2.76. No, this is less. Okay, so that is max damage. Oh, what about this? Hold on. I don't think this would kill. This is less damage. Yeah. So I think I would have to do... I think I would have to counter hit confirm to kill. Yeah. So if I had counter hit confirm this, which I do that. It's just hard to tell. Hard to tell in the heat of the moment. Okay. Then there was also round one, game one, round one. Thank you, Sanamorph.
All right. Sure.
Round 1. Fight.
So I think here at the end... Or was it? Here. What do I want to do there? This wasn't a bad combo route. Would this have killed? Yeah, I gotta remember to do this when I'm going to level 1 here. This just is always pretty good for level 1 routing. I think that's it. Was it Garcinus? GG's. Play the matchup good. Just drive rush better next time, man. Come on now. Is this the route? I don't know how I feel about Aki Alex, because it feels like a very steamrolly matchup. I feel like Aki can steamroll Alex, and then other times Alex, you know, just Alex things happen. I don't really know how to feel about it. If I delay this elbow, can I link level 1 here? That doesn't work, right? Okay. Oh! That's pretty good. I don't know about that. And I just feel like there's something else I should be able to do here. That's just less damage. Yeah, it seems like you just do this. This is what you do here. I don't think I can kill here. That just might be the play. If I had 2 drive rush cancels, I think I could have killed. Other than that, hair products. Man, for hair products. Think I'm going to give away the secrets of being Caucasian? Damn, I just got followed by Will Smith Vivo. That was an interesting time on YouTube. Copyright holders trying to figure out how the fuck to deal with the internet. Tino run back? This drive rush into stance holds your momentum? Yeah, it's very useful. I did the wrong combo because I'm... Maybe I could have killed there. I probably could have killed there. Damn. God. I love stance medium punch. It's so good. It's so good. Now that my brain is finally wired to use it, it's so fucking good, dude. It just stops so many things in the air. Nice check, nice check. Oh shit, word? Do I get punished? Nope. I should have killed him. Nice. Fuck, I could have killed him again. Oh yeah, we're spending that. We're spending that. I'm gonna tank the level 1. Never mind. I just dropped the combo. I didn't mean to reset, and I should have dropped the combo to DI stun, maybe? Nice. It's hard to get a meaty there. I kind of blew that sequence. Pick up. Nice. Oh, that was space. That was the late active frame. Got the combo there. Nice. Azure Wrath at the 74. Thank you. Damn it. Oh, I played this really bad. That was not good. Oh, and I dropped the combo. Psych, I played it perfectly. I am ridiculous. No, my check got whipped. Ah, yeah. If he didn't press towards heavy kick, I'm pretty sure my light kick would have checked it. Oh my god. Drive rush, man. Drive rush. I meant to press medium there. Oh my god. I got a little impatient there. Can't get impatient when big damage is on the table.
Round 2. Fight.
Got him. Is Alex Lariat armor through lows? Yeah, it's fully armored for a time. It's time box, basically, the armor. That's how it operates. GG's, man. Making a soundboard of Brian F. groans and moans. I do be groaning and moaning. I would not be surprised if there is at least 24 people who have tuned into my stream and been like, I can't watch this motherfucker. He's moaning and groaning. His moans and groans displease me.
Oh, well, if you can't beat them, join them!
Yeti O at the Prime. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm being baited by YouTube chat. I'm being baited. 2 people have said patch out. The patch notes are real. I'm being baited. I'm gonna check Street Fighter. I'm being so baited. YouTube chat, I'm gonna delete my YouTube stream forever if this isn't real. Oh my god, you fucking idiots. That's it. I gotta end YouTube stream. Hold on, actually. Or we could just ban them. Let's see. Channel activity. What have you been up to? You've asked for codes and trolled about new patch being out. It's real? You guys got to give me a link. That's 0 for 2 right there. I'm about to be linked Rick, the oldest Rick roll in the book. The buckler actually went up? Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. Is 5/28/2026. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I take it back. YouTube, you guys are great. You guys are the best. You have redeemed yourself, YouTube chatters. Mod him? Let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. Let's get into it. Okay, Ingrid patch notes have officially come out on the Buckler website. 5/28/2026 update. I don't know what these are going to be about. Let's go ahead and get on into it. I have no idea if this is going to be a YouTube video or not. Fuck it, here we go. Overall concept. This update focuses primarily on adjusting throw interactions and bug fixes. Don't tell me... Is this the one? With this update, we've limited the amount of drive gauge gained from a successful throw escape. Oh, okay. They just reverted their giving meter for teching a throw, which was the worst change they added to the game. In previous updates, we made adjustments so that both drive and super art gauge gain was increased when successfully escaping a throw. Due to the amount of drive gauge gain on a throw escape, the amount of situations where the upside of going for normal throw was becoming too small. Are you... There is no situation in the world of Street Fighter 6 where going the upside of going for a normal throw is too small. That does not exist in this game. Normal throw is the greatest fucking option in this game, period. The adjustment we made primarily addresses situations where the defender has low drive or is in burnout. Oh, are they talking about on defense? The amount of drive gained from escaping a throw in the situations could help completely turn around the situation, giving the attacker less reason to attempt a normal throw when they should be at an advantage. While we did expect some shift in the nature of the mind games, we felt that the frequency of momentum shifts was more than expected, so we've increased the amount of gauge gained on a successful throw escape, along with adjustments to the recovery drive reversal explained below. Why? Okay, the drive gauge regen is bad. The worst part was the super meter. Everyone's getting level 2s and level 3s all over the place. Why would they increase this? This is fucking bad. This is not good. This doesn't make sense. To be clear, okay. I'm not even gonna go further. This is fucking Capcom. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Why? Why is this so like strange? Why does it have to be like this? Okay, so I'm going to show off what happens when you take a throw in this game. If I land a throw, here's the situation, okay? Both of us gain a little bit of bar, that's it. Now, on the throw loop, I have to drive bridge with Alex for the throw loop. In this situation, Luke is teching the throw, okay? I'm doing the throw first. Luke is teching the throw. He recovers a decent amount of drive gauge. What is it, like a bar and a half or like a full bar? Like a full bar, and his super meter goes up as well. He gets a little chunk of super meter. However, here's the problem with this. In a lot of situations, people do things like delay tech. They do delay tech. In this situation... Sorry, let me do it this way. On offense, I might do something like delay tech. Because if I approach on this Oki and I delay tech, I can OS block potentially a reversal. I input it throw there, but because I did a really late throw on offense, I baited the reversal. So it's not unheard of for you to approach on a knockdown, wait, delay, and then throw tech. And now I'm the one doing the throw second, but I instead, as the one on offense, end up getting the super meter rebuild and the drive gauge. So what I'm getting at is this idea of one person defending the throw tech versus the other, it's not that obvious. It's not that obvious. So I don't like this idea at all of rewarding someone being on offense or defense for throw teching because it doesn't make that much sense. They nerfed the super gauge to 0. Okay, that's great. But they buffed the drive gauge?
Feeling nervous?
They still buffed the drive gauge. Hold on. Typo? You can never know what the fuck the patch notes are saying. The adjustments we made primarily addressed a situation where the defender was low drive or was in burnout. The amount of drive gained from escaping a throw in these situations could completely turn around the situation, giving the attacker less reason to attempt a normal throw when they should be at an advantage. While we did expect some shifts in the nature of the mind games, we felt the frequency of the momentum shifts was more than expected, right? So you should get rid of the meter entirely. So we've increased the amount of gauge gained on a successful throw escape, along with adjustments to the recovery drive reversal explained below. Apparently, you guys are saying this is a mistranslation. I'll keep going. With recovery drive reversal, avoiding a throw during its invincibility will now grant 10,000 to the drive gauge. Avoiding a throw. So if you drive reversal a throw, you get meter back? Huh. So they're buffing drive reversal. If you read a throw with drive reversal, you get meter back? That's interesting. You get 1 bar back for successful drive reversal on a throw attempt. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that, but They could just make it safe. I don't know. I don't know why they want it to be punishable, but that's interesting. That's a buff to defense. But it's a buff to defense while still incentivizing more offense, because drive gauge equals offense. On the defending side, the timing for recovery drive reversal differs from throw escapes, and the situation when you can use them are also different. Along with requiring resources, we decided to increase the return on this technique when you make a good read and successfully avoid an opponent's throw. Okay. Dawson players rejoicing at that one. Along with this, we've changed the amount of super art gain for the opponent on a punish counter normal throw so that it matches the gain from a normal hit. The player who lands the throw will still gain twice the amount of super art gauge as before, giving you a big reward for correctly reading defensive options like dry parry when the opponent tries to counterattack. Will still gain it's so ambiguous wording, but you're going to get more super art gauge for doing punish counter throws. Okay, sure. Throwing a parry, more rewarding. In addition to these situations, you can use normal throws where the opponent is left open after missing a big attack, letting you limit their super art gauge gain and dealing good damage at the same time. Expect that this will be a solid option for closing out a round. So they're not going to gain super meter if you throw for a punish. So you can prevent them from building super. Okay? Because if I throw you right here, you build super. And if I go for a combo, you're building super. So they're saying if you're burnt out, or like you're holding parry, right? And then I throw you. Or land a punish counter throw. And you go into burnout. And you start it with 0 super meter. That'll prevent you from building bar. Normally, right now, you're building like a quarter of a bar, almost. So that would allow you to bait parry, punish counter throw. They don't gain super art gauge and get a guaranteed stun more easily. That's what that sounds like. Other changes we made are primarily to fix bugs. Let's see. Let's see the notes here. Recovery drive reversal. If you escape a throw during the invincibility period that occurs before an attack startup, your drive gauge will increase by 10,000. So successful drive reversal versus throw, you get a bar drive gauge back. Spend 2, get 1 back. Interesting. Normal throws. Updated opponent's super art gauge increase when a normal throw lands as a punish counter to match the increase on normal hits. A normal hit, attacker gains 2,000, opponent 1,400. On punish counter, attacker 4,000, opponent changed from 2,800 to 1,400. Okay, so they still gain meter, but it's less. Throw escapes. Updated the gauge increase on a successful throw escape. Drive gauge increase change from 1 bar, 10,000 to 5,000. You guys gotta work on these translations. Capcom, you really gotta work on the translations, man. My blood pressure can't handle it. I've been through too much with you guys. Why do you do this? Use the proper word instead of the literal opposite of what you're trying to say. So they nerfed the drive gauge. Instead of getting a bar of drive gauge back on the throw tech, you get 5,000, half a bar. And the super art gauge increase changed from 1,000 to 0. Thank God. They should just get rid of the drive gauge change. This was the worst change in the entire like system mechanics patches that we've had, period. I think most of the system mechanic changes, system level changes have been good in this game. This was a horrible change because it just led to so many more situations where you had things like multiple level 3s per game, multiple level 2s. Level 2 characters were incredibly buffed from this. And it didn't lead to any mind games. No one thought about this shit. No one thought about this shit. What this ended up being was a passive buff to meter build. And it led to things being much more volatile. People do not think about the risk reward and the throw at all when doing these things, because you still need the throw to make the entire game work. So this was a horrible change. I still think the drive gauge increase is still bad. But because, like I said before, the idea of who is defending a throw and who is teching the throw it's a fuzzy idea because they determine who is defending the throw as the person who techs second, but people do delay techs on offense, and they end up teching the throw and getting more drive gauge for it. So I just think that is still a fuzzy idea, and it doesn't work well because people on offense can use that to build meter as well. So you're not firmly only buffing defense in that situation. I get the logic they're going for. They're buffing anti-throw. They want to buff anti-throw defense without getting rid of throw loops. They're buffing drive reversal by giving you a bar back against throw, which is kind of cool, I guess. And then they're trying to say, oh, you get drive gauge back if you take a throw in defense. It's not. Just get rid of this one. Throw techs happen too often, and it's too fuzzy who's the on offense and defense. You can't define that very well. So, yeah, just get rid of throw loop. They will not do it. Capcom is literally trying to do anything else besides universally getting rid of non-drive rush throw loops. They're trying to do literally anything else in the game. They have all these creative options here to avoid that, which, you know, straight up, a lot of the Japanese fans don't mind as much. It's definitely a culture clash here. They don't mind as much. It's a real thing I've noticed, and we're the minority. Throw loops are the game. I think at all costs, Capcom wants to avoid turtling to be effective. That's their biggest priority, I believe. Anything interesting beyond this? Projectile clashes. When multi-hit projectile super arts canceled each other out, there were certain combinations where under limited conditions involving specific timing and distance, the outcome after the first hit clash was inconsistent. To fix this inconsistency, adjustments have been made so that the result is now more stable. Due to this change, the handling of multi-hit projectile clashes involving super arts has been modified. Okay, sure. I don't know what that means. We'll have to see how that works in effects. Okay, the rest might just be bug fixes. Medium kick, medium punch. This is Jamie's overhead target combo. Expanded the attack proximity block hitbox for the second attack forward and increased the forward movement before the attack startup. This will make it easier for the second attack and on to connect from the first attack as blocked or hits. Okay, so they just want this to not fall out of the combo more often. Kimberly. Some back recovery bug. Marisa. Down forward, heavy punch, heavy punch. Same idea, adjusting it so it's more consistent at the second hit combos. They buffed OD Fireball, looks like. Or regular Fireball. Drive Rush towards medium kick. Is that overhead? Slightly expanded the pushback on block, as there were some cases where a normal throw could connect depending on when the attack was performed coming out of Drive Rush. Oh, this is a nerf. This is silently a nerf for Jury. After Drive Rush overhead, you shouldn't be in range to tick throw immediately. Sounds like there were some situations where you could still tick throw as Jury, so they nerfed that. That's actually a nerf. To make it in line with the Drive Rush overhead core concept of Drive Rush overhead being +1 and not in range of throw. Okay, bug fix. Bug fix. Bug fix. Change the startup low smash combination. Change the startup for the second attack from 12 to 10 frames and update it so the second attack is blocked automatically even on a delay if the first attack is blocked. Okay, so I think this is his standing medium kick target combo. You can't frame trap with it anymore. That's kind of a weird minor nerf. Fix an issue where she was broken. Fix an issue where the attacks after the second attack would not be performed while holding down the assist button. Modern stuff. Okay, bugs. 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 Alex! Oh, look at all these bugs. Fix an issue where he was ass. Let's see. Fix an issue that occurred immediately after the second attack of assisted combo 2. Oh, assisted combo. Modern. Hyper lift. Down +2 punches. Light punch, light kick. This is the chain from Prowler light punch into the hop. All normal throws did not have immediate scaling added like... Oh, no, this is the Prowler light punch and light kick. This is the Prowler throw. All normal throws did not have the immediate scaling added like other normal throws, so 20% immediate scaling was added to this attack to make it in line with other throws. So they nerfed it. I don't know when... Does that mean this will do less damage? His Prowler throw is doing too much damage? $240? $240? I'm not following. When would this scaling matter? The scaling would matter if you comboed out of it. Stun? $200. $920. Whoa, okay. So this hit did 60% scaling, 180 damage. This did 960. Okay, I see. Literally just this. Did this build more meter? I don't know which builds more meter. If they only have a pixel of damage left, it might be better to do this to get a kill. That's literally it, because you can't normally combo into this. I don't think scaling applies when you counter DI, guys, if they're doing DI and block. That's not a combo. Or I guess, oh, you mean like countering the DI? Like this? Can you even get into that in time? That's just a super niche thing. I don't even think you can do the Prowler grab there. Okay, that doesn't matter. That's just inconsistencies that they're cleaning up. Okay, so the patch is minor. This, to me, is like a buff to Dalsum. I think any buff to drive reversal is a buff to Dalsum players. They match on drive reversal for their fucking life. So I guess I kind of appreciate drive reversal on throw, giving you back some drive gauge. It's not a horrible change. I do really appreciate them getting rid of the super art gauge. This was a slop change. This was their biggest mistake so far in the system changes. This will definitely improve the swing heavy nature of a lot of the matches, and also decrease the effectiveness of characters like JP, Blanca, any level 2 character, and it'll stop those weird situations where, like, Kimberly gets level 3 in round 1 and round 3. So I think this is good, for sure. This, I think, is a good nerf, but it shouldn't exist. You should not give drive gauge to someone for taking a throw. They need to leave the throw alone. And other than that, I think they're good changes. I also like the idea they have here of punish counter throw giving less super, which in theory is supposed to be a nerf to parry. If you punish parry with a punish counter throw, they build less super, so there's more situations where you can throw their parry, put them in burnout, and they're less likely to build a level 1, and you can get a guaranteed DI. So this is sort of a nerf to parry, and also better for meter management. Like, you're more incentivized now to punish reversals with grab because of this. So there's going to be situations where, like, it might be smarter. You block a super, and it might actually be smarter to, instead of going for something like a full combo punish, theoretically it might be better if you do something lighter, right? Let's see, will this work?
Tap out anytime.
Here, let me do this. So in this kind of a situation, for example, it might actually be better to do this as your punish, because then you could theoretically get in for your stun combo, and maybe you have low resources or something, and this will actually end up being optimal, versus doing a bigger punish up front to get the burnout, and you end up messing up your stun option, because then they might accidentally build the super on that hit. So it's the difference between a guaranteed checkmate, potentially with this kind of a punish, versus going this kind of a punish, which will build them more super now. So that's the idea they're going for. So you can have more creative ways to manage the meter to put them in worse situations. I think that's kind of cool. It's a little niche, but it's kind of cool. So overall, these are good changes, but it's clear that Capcom is just doing anything they can to avoid actually getting rid of throw loops. That's the true nature of this. But overall, I dig it. A step in the right direction if they keep going at this pace. One second here, guys. Okay. That's interesting. So with that, I kind of got to eat. I think I might just end the stream. Right? What else am I going to do? Squeeze in one last set of Alex. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything productive with Ingrid tonight. I think I'm just going to... I need to eat dinner, get ready for bed, and all that. So maybe we do one last hoorah here. Pack it up.
Here comes a new challenger. Round one.
Yeah, now I gotta get up for work tomorrow, so I can't stay up late. Okay. He likes to parry the stomp. We're gonna whip the stomp on purpose to bait it. Nice jab challenge. God. The PS5 is showing. It's in his... Oh. That hit my input. Level 2? Yeah, nice. If people dry rush when you're in stance and you press a button, it doesn't come out, and then you're just staring at them in their face. I thought I was doing a hop already over them. Yeah, so we do that. Whip it on purpose. I'm Central Time. Oh, fuck. Oh, nice. Ooh, it's hard not to get pieced up by Chun-Li as Alex. This matchup is definitely one of the harder ones. Nice. Oh. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh my god, I keep forgetting how to. I keep thinking medium punch is 6 frames for some reason. If I did OD command grab, I could have just 1. I keep forgetting my own moves. Oh my god, nice. Fuck. Okay, baited. I'm in a tough spot. Nice conversion. All right, well played.
Chun-Li
Yeah, that matchup is. That one feels tough, man. That one feels actually hard.
A new warrior has entered the ring. Round 1. Fight. You can't escape. Get ready.
Oh, okay, sure. Hey, Jojo. You got your eggshell? You got your eggshell, Jojo?
live in a fucking trash can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. I forgot. You're Marissa. You're Marissa. True, true, true. Dead MK, thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate that. Sweet. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Why am I flubbing? Oh, okay. I did the kick specifically to punish the lack of low armor on that, and it whiffed, but it happened to low profile on the whiff. So, all according to plan. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that it just low profiles. Oh my god. I try to break the armor again. Nice. Alright, GG's. Yeah, I don't think Seth's been on for a while. I haven't played him much. I feel like he doesn't know the matchup that well. Alright, guys. This is going to be the last one. And then we move into the interdimensional era. Is this how we're ending it? The crossover episode before the crossover character? Yeah. It's debating if I should even spend it or not. Very nice.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice. Nice.
Cammy wins. Round one. Fight.
Ooh. Deck?
Round two. Fight.
We got a set here, Rob. Yeah, nice check.
Right.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, cool. We got a set here, Rob. Nice.
Cammy wins.
This game sucks. GG's, man. Oh my god. Throw loops. All right, GG's. Can't wait for 4 more years of that. GG's. Throw loops aren't the problem. Well, at least next patch, if I choose to drive reversal, I'll get a bar of drive gauge back, huh? It'll all be better next patch. All right, guys. GG's. Good stuff, Rob. I'm out of here. thanks for tuning in. Ingrid will be coming out soon. I gotta go eat dinner, all that. I'm not gonna have time to get into the character. It's just not a good time for me. I gotta get up for work in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up around these parts. I was gonna rate somebody, but there's too many streamers on. You guys pick one. Lots of options to choose from. So thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. And we'll be playing Ingrid tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for that. Take care, everybody. Thanks for